Have you ever bought something second-hand and felt a strange vibe from it? A dusty old book, a piece of jewelry, or maybe even a piece of furniture. For one man named Kevin Mannis, a simple purchase at an estate sale in 2001 turned into a living nightmare, unleashing a story that still sends chills down the spines of those who hear it. This is the story of the Dybbuk Box. It all started in Portland, Oregon. Mannis, a writer, an antique dealer, attended an estate sale for a woman who had passed away at the age of 103. Her granddaughter was there, and she pointed out a small, unassuming wooden wine cabinet. She told Mannis it had belonged to her grandmother, a Holocaust survivor who had escaped to Spain and then to the United States. But there was a strange warning attached. The granddaughter said her grandmother had always kept it sealed and insisted it must never, ever be opened. She claimed a restless, malicious spiritor, Dybbuk, from Jewish folklore, was trapped inside. Now Mannis wasn't particularly superstitious. He saw a unique piece and bought it for his small antique shop. He thought it would make a great conversation piece. He took it back to his workshop, but he couldn't shake the granddaughter's warning. The mystery of what lay inside was just too tempting. So, against the stern warning, he decided to open it. The box wasn't locked in a traditional sense, but it was sealed shut. After prying it open, he found it didn't contain old wine bottles. Instead, the contents were bizarre and unsettling. Inside were two 1920s pennies, a lock of blonde, hair bound with cord, another lock of black hair, a small granite slab with a Hebrew word, shalom. Engraved on it a dried rosebud, a golden wine goblet, and a single candlestick holder with 4 octopus-like legs. It was a strange collection, and Mannis had no idea what it all meant. He decided to give the box to his mother as an early birthday present. He left for a moment, and when he returned, his mother was sitting silently, her face a mask of pure terror. She had suffered a stroke. At the hospital, she was unable to speak, but she managed to point to the gift, her eyes wide with fear. She spelled out the words H-E-G-I-F-T, confused and horrified. Mannis tried to give the box away to his sister, then his brother, then his girlfriend. Each of them returned it within days, refusing to keep it in their homes. They didn't want to talk about why, just that they didn't want it. So, Mannis took the box back to his own apartment, and that's when the truly terrifying events began. He started having violent, recurring nightmares. In these dreams, he was always accompanied by a grotesque old hag, a demonic figure that would relentlessly attack him. He'd wake up in a cold sweat with bruises and scratches on his body that he couldn't explain. The nightmares were so vivid and so real that he began to dread falling asleep. But the horror wasn't just confined to his dreams. Strange things started happening around his apartment. Lights would flicker on and off by themselves. Doors would slam shut in empty rooms. He would smell jasmine flowers and cat urine, odors that had no source. Even more disturbing, his employees at the antique shop started reporting strange phenomena. They would hear disembodied voices whispering from the basement where the box was stored. They felt an overwhelming sense of dread and sadness whenever they were near it. One employee, a young woman, had a complete breakdown. crying uncontrollably and quitting on the spot, claiming a dark presence was following her. The electronic devices in his shop started malfunctioning. Light bulbs would burn out almost as soon as they were replaced. The security system would trigger false alarms in the middle of the night. It seemed that whatever was connected to the box was causing chaos in the physical world, not just in his mind. Desperate for answers, Manus listed the box on eBay. He wrote a detailed, honest description of everything that had happened since he opened it. He recounted the nightmares, the strange occurrences, and the overwhelming sense of dread that followed the box wherever it went. He wasn't trying to sell a haunted object for profit. He was trying to get rid of it. The eBay listing went viral. People were fascinated and terrified by the story. It was bought by a college student named Iosif Nitsky. Almost immediately, Nitsky and his roommates started experiencing the same horrifying phenomena. They saw shadowy figures moving in their peripheral vision. They suffered from constant fatigue, and their hair started falling out in clumps. They, too, were plagued by nightmares of an ancient, terrifying hag. The house became filled with the smell of ammonia, and they found dead insects littering their apartment every morning. They documented their experiences online, adding another chilling chapter to the box's history. After just a few months of terror, Nitsky put the box back on eBay. This time, it was purchased by Jason Haxton, a museum curator from Missouri. Haxton was a skeptic, but he was intrigued by the story and wanted to study the object from a scientific and historical perspective. He was determined to debunk the myth. He took the box home, and for a while, everything seemed normal. He thought the stories were just a product of overactive imaginations. But then, it started. Haxton began developing strange health problems. He had hives all over his body, and he started coughing up blood. His vision would blur for no reason, and he felt a constant choking sensation. And then came the nightmares. The same dream that had haunted Manus and Nitsky now came for him. An old, malevolent woman with dark eyes would chase him through dark corridors. The dream felt so real that he'd wake up gasping for air, his heart pounding in his chest. His family wasn't spared either. His wife saw dark, fleeting shadows in their home. His son woke up screaming one night, claiming a dark man was in his room. The strange occurrences were escalating. Haxton decided to reach out to scientists, paranormal investigators, and rabbis to try and understand what he was dealing with. A group of rabbis examined the history and the object. They confirmed the granddaughter's story. This was indeed a Dybbuk Box, an artifact from Jewish mysticism designed to contain a displaced, malicious spirit. They explained that a Dybbuk is the soul of a wicked person that wanders the earth, seeking to possess a living person. The box was meant to be a prison for one such spirit. According to the rabbis, opening the box had allowed the entity to influence the world around it. It couldn't fully escape its prison, but it could reach out. It could invade dreams, cause physical illness, and manipulate the environment. They theorized that the spirit was using dreams as a gateway, slowly draining the life force of whoever possessed the box. They performed rituals to try and contain the spirit. But they warned Haxton that the only way to be truly safe was to seal the box and never open it again. Paxton, now a firm believer, knew he couldn't just pass the curse on to someone else. He felt a sense of responsibility. Working with experts, he designed a custom-built box made of acacia wood and plated in 24-karat gold. This new container was built according to ancient specifications, designed to be a stronger prison for the malevolent entity. He placed the original Dybbuk box inside, sealed it shut, and hid it away in a secret location. He has never revealed where it is, fearing that someone might try to find it and unleash its power once more. The story of the Dybbuk Box even inspired the 2012 horror film, The Possession. But the real story is far more terrifying than any movie. It's a modern urban legend, born from a simple online auction that has captured the public's imagination. Every person who has owned the box has a story of terror, of nightmares, and of unexplained phenomena. Is it all a massive, elaborate hoax? Or is there a dark, ancient entity still trapped inside a small wooden box, waiting for its next chance to escape? The box is said to be sealed and hidden away from the world, but some believe that even from within its golden prison, the Dybbuk is not truly silent. It's just waiting. And the story serves as a chilling reminder. Some doors are meant to remain closed, and some warnings should always be heeded. What do you think? Was it all a coincidence? Or is the Dybbuk Box one of the most haunted objects in the world? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more strange and unsettling stories. Stay safe out there.